in this tune, the main break, as I said, is also the backup. So here's the main break and the backup. It's based on a C chord at first, and you're just playing four bass notes in succession, climbing up the scale chromatically. And then you go, kind of do the opposite thing, go down chromatically on the top string. So you've got, and then you go back to the low string and you go down. So you got, and then you play the high E string and you get this little bit of a G7th shape. You can get them with your pinky and your ring finger on your left hand. And back to a C chord, playing the second and fourth strings. So you get this transition. So you've got, and you do it again. And that's where the repeat ends and you go into something different. So from there on it diverges, and what you have is you're using this little two-fingered shape, but you're on the fourth fret instead of the third fret where you were for that little bit of a G7th. And you're on the fourth fret of the second and fourth strings. Then you have the first and third open. Then you have your little bit of a C, again on the second and fourth strings, and back up. So you've got this, again, this 3 against 2. And strum. So it's, and note the similarity to Buck Rag by Gary Davis. With this run, in this case, Blind Lemon is giving a bass note for every eighth note, and when Gary Davis plays it, he's just playing the bass notes on the beat, but the lick is the same lick. And then you're briefly on the fourth fret of the sixth string, so you can get to your open A, which is in an F chord. And you're really not holding the F chord, but just realizing you're in an F chord because you have other things you need to do with your fingers on your left hand. And here's how the left hand goes. It's, and then that's first fret of the fourth string, and then open, and then you play your C on the fifth string. So, and then you come from open to first fret of sixth string to get an F chord, rather an F note, which you leave there while you continue the lick. And then once you've finished doing that lick again there with the F in the bass, you transition into a C for the C note. And you play the fifth, fourth, and third strings in order. So you've got, and then you're back to your threesome. Then you go to a G chord, and you're just playing a little ascending run in the bass, which puts you right back in the G chord, and that's the sixth string, third fret, fifth string open, first fret, second fret. And then you try and keep your fingers on the chord as much as possible while you're doing this run in the treble. And that run in the treble is really just going down the C scale. So. And then you have this little bit of an F chord, which is the first fret of the first string and the second fret of the third string. Then the first and third open. Then your little bit of a G7th shape. And then you're going to this little bit of a C, but this time it's it's syncopated, so instead of, you anticipate the beat on that last one and you go, same notes, but they're pulled apart. And then that's in the bass and in the treble, this descending run. So what you want to do is start and end on a C chord, and in between you just got to move your fingers to where they need to be, and you can't be on any chord. So there's the open 5th string and the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and then you might think of this as a piece of a G7th chord. It's the 2nd fret of the 5th string and the 1st fret of the 1st string, and then back on a C chord, and you just follow where you were going. You were going right down to the open E string on top and up to the 3rd fret of the 5th string on the bottom. So it's, and then, so all in all you have I'm going to slow that down for you and also put the vocal back on top of it as we go to the split screen. I'm going to put the vocal on top of it. Tell me what time these trains run through your town. I want to know what time